Hey, I'm Scotty and I'm going to show you 2 tips to sketching cars loosely with ink. So this is meant as a practice exercise to help you loosen up your line work, but also improve your observational sketching skills. So tip number 1 is all about outlining the main shapes. That's how we do observational sketching. So the main shape on a car is actually just the blue box here. It's the most challenging thing on a car is to get the perspective right. If you're on my Patreon, you can download this file and you can actually sketch with it. Tip number 2 is about the wheel. When we're drawing these wheels, we really need to consider the axle. I'm going to explain those 2 important tips as we go, as we sketch all these references. Okay, we're going to do this first reference here. And we'll look at the blue lines, here, and we'll make a bit of a structure. So the middle vertical line's there, and then we go across, so we make a box there, and come across from that, maybe that's a little bit wider, and then across 1.5, but quite an angle there. So we've got 6 dots there just to help us know where that framework is. And we've got an angle here, that's important for the tyres, and an angle here on the front. And the top lines are pretty much flat. It just gives us a basic guide for how we sketch this. Okay, so let's just outline this within that shape. If you're a beginner, please look at that blue box as you're going and sketch the outline within that, looking at the negative shapes as we see around the box. Okay, so we'll start off here and we go up and across, and we're going right past that middle section to about there. And we come down, third down, got the front wheel here, somewhere there. I'm going to fix up the wheels later. And we come across, and this angle here, that's the one we'll talk. Come down like this, there's a wheel there, and then we're coming up, and this is this angle here. This will help us when I go this way. It's the biggest thing I see when people draw cars, is that just these simple angles make such a difference. Okay, so it's a very basic outline of a car. You can almost see it there. Halfway between this point and this point here is the side of that windscreen. So let's draw that across like this, and then the other way. Keep your one line going. If you like, you can do the windscreen wipers there, and they have this sunroof. Looks like a soft sunroof there. Okay, so we've got that. Now I'll do these windows here. It helps divide up this car, this shape here. As many lines as we can, the big shapes. Got 2 windows on the side there. Now we can come down a bit here and draw that front bonnet. So if you like, comes here, across like this, bonnet there like that. Now we can see where the lights would go. So one here, these are ovals. Make sure they're ovals, and come across here. It's past the tyre down there, or past that corner. You can see it on the, it's just about there. Okay, and then we can also draw a little circle. Now we have that front bumper, looks like a little mouth, and then the badge, Fiat badge, and number plate with Mercy on it, but I won't put that in. Now let's look at the wheels. So this is the next point that can be very tricky and make your sketch look wrong. Now all we need to do here for this quick sketch, without doing too much engineering to it, is that you can see here the axle is at an angle this way for both wheels. From front view it would be a circle, but on the side it would look like an oval. But it's not an oval straight up and down, it's tilted. So you can see here on my template that the red oval is tilted this way. I'm going to say it's about to here, that's about the axis. We want, on either side of that green line, that should be a mirror of each other. So that top section, if you mirror it down, should be mirrored on this side. You can even put dots to give you a bit of a guide. Have a look if that's right. Okay, and then you can do your oval like this. Just have a go. You can go over it a couple of times. It's not going to be exact in these kind of sketches. And then we draw the inner circle, the white section, and it's a little bit more to the left, this one. And then the silver hubcap is more to the right. And we create those kind of layers as it goes in and out. And the red section goes over like this. Just have a go at that. That's a little bit tricky on that angle. Do that, and then got another one like that. So now we can draw the door coming down like this. It comes down like this, and then up like that. And it's got a seam line there, bend line in the metalwork, and a handle. And things like this, if it's not quite right, change it, make it right. Now I want to do the inside sections. So I can see that there's a window in the back here, and then there'll also be a window. We can see that inside section there. And I'm sure there'd be some chairs, so put some chairs in there. Now you can use a Posca pen as well. This is a fine tip Posca, and if there's anything that's particularly distracting, we can just delete those out. So next we're drawing a mini. Okay, so draw 2 dots, one up here, one down here, and another one here, another one here. I know that's not going to go into there because of the way the car's shaped. And one back here. So this is quite flat here, this front surface, that's what we're looking at. And this goes quite far back. So go measuring across one and a little bit, and that there. So we've got our points, draw within that. Okay, so we can see here on the reference at about a third down, that's where that starts. So let's draw that main shape. It goes like this, up and across on the roof, this. It's following that silhouette. If you've been sketching for a while, you can try to just do this from observation, just going around those shapes as you see it. But if you're a beginner, please use the blue template. It's just practicing a hand-eye coordination here. So that's the outline. Made this car a little bit bigger than the other one. So how far does that windscreen go across? Doing things like this, measuring as we go. It goes to the end of the tire as well. You can see that. It's hard to describe sometimes everything that I'm looking at. I'm trying to slow it down. Now going on to the window here, and there's a mirror. It comes up. Okay, another window in the back. So then we've got those windows. Now we can move down perhaps to where this grill is, or the lights if you like. Put the lights in, circles, and you can see it's a bit thicker on that side. We come across and we compare it to. So the wheel's about there, edge of the window. So I'm saying that the right hand side of the light's there, other side's there. Let's see if that's right. I feel like it needs to come across. You can test like that and then just put that in there. Okay, and now you can put little lights there as well, little circles. Shows that it's clear. Now we'll do the bottom section here, so ignore the wheels. Across, and we're making a slight angle on this side. Goes up. Now we can do the wheel on this side. So it goes up to about halfway between this point. So, and you can see on this one, the axle is actually tilting this way. So that means the wheel would back this way. So there's a perfect cross there in the middle. So the axle would come this way, 2 dots there, and that's the height, and that's the bottom there. So now let's draw a circle. So that should be an oval, sorry. Should be like a mirrored circle there. And that will follow this. Then we have to draw a smaller scale down circle, slightly to the right. You can mark out the height and width, like that. And then the inside one, there's a little circle right in the middle there. And the inside one, which is indented, is a bit smaller like that. You can see on this side, nice circle there like that. Could be a little bit off, that's alright. And on this side, come across, and it's slightly higher. So the same sort of oval, it's a slightly tilted oval this way. And another circle there, inner one slightly to the left, that's in the middle there. There's the door handle, and then cut in the door there, it's detail, and then comes up across the wheel, detail like that. Okay, now this front section, we can draw the grille which goes across, down, which really gives it that distinctive look of a Mini. And then this awesome, I'll do another, okay, now really loosely draw that grille, little circles, must be a race version. Now these lines go up here from the corner here up to there. So now that I've got those big shapes, I can go in to do all the detail. It's very, very rough and loose and not perfect by any means, but that's what we're going for. Just drawing the inside of it. There's a light there, the mirror I mean, mirror there. Okay, so there's 2 rough, loose sketches that we've done. Now let's move on to the really sporty car here. So this one's a lot lower, so we can actually make sure, because the person's taken the photo quite low, the middle vertical line here, and then this one is going to be quite flat over here, and we've got another point there. So it looks like about this front section is doubled to there, and the height, this just shows the angle, just slightly down there, slightly down there. What we can see on our template, so let's draw that back, and it comes not quite to the end of where the car is, it angles down, and then angles this very, very low, isn't it? Down like that. And then we can angle back this way. You can see it comes to that blue line there, and then angles down this point. It's a very aggressive line, and it's quite flat across here. You can see it comes to this point, past that blue middle line again, but it's flat. This is very flat. Compared to these ones, it's got a bit more of an angle. We're just sort of showing what's there without too much. Okay, so that's the outline of the car. Now let's draw this windscreen here. Probably goes to about just past halfway. A few inner things that are happening in there. I could have drawn those a little bit lighter later. Don't have to do those now. Breaking up these sections. Awesome. So that's the roof section. Now from here we go down, and that is where the front panel is, where the lights are. So let's go straight across. It has a really nice, it's actually angling almost flat or angling up. And I think that's because the person's taken it so low. Go nice and flat across here then, going like this, and a circle, and then we've got a nice circle, but it's because it's at an angle, it's an oval, and then a smaller one there. On this side, nice big, these ones are straight up and down, and then the alpha badge there, and the grill. Okay, we can add in these side lights like this, another little holes there. Probably didn't need that bit so low. So now the wheels. So the wheels come up so high on this because it's a sports car. Comes right up to there, and they're almost circular. You can almost see that circle there, slightly ovaled, but I'm just trying to get the height, width, so I can see where I'm going to draw that circle. Okay, now let's go and cut across here. Now we can draw that where the gap is there. You can see the dark in there where that would go. Okay, and then we draw the inner circle here where the silver is. It's slightly to the right, so it would be something like this, slight oval, and then we draw another one slightly to the left because that's a little bit indented in, goes in a bit, gives us that illusion of depth. Now the other one at the back, now because this is further back, it's further angled, this is a little bit more oval, but straight up and down with these ones. The inner circle's to the right, the inner one, the further inner one is to the left. So we just keep doing that. Okay, so that goes straight across there, and there's another wheel at the back. Then we go down like this, and we've got a nice line that goes across the car, and a circle. Got to do the circle. I'm just going through the details now, like this, and then a line. Windscreen wipers, this. Okay, draw the rest of that tyre coming down there. Oh, that's so much fun drawing that sort of car. A little bit wonky everywhere, especially drawing it so big. Draw little light circles in there as well. This is actually a circle there, and we even have the headrest. And if you like, you can add in even more details. But this right at the end, when you're happy with the big shapes, makes it much easier. Okay, now just as a bit of a bonus, we're going to do some shadows. So I have Payne's Grey here. So our first big shadow we can see is under here. You can see they link the tyres together. It goes under. You can actually see a bit of light on the other side there. Shadow here to the tyres. And then if you like, we can also go in and add behind, inside the car, where the internal details are there. And the Mini here comes across around the wheel. And we'll do this wheel. Front grille here, and then inside there. And then the sports car, the front here. So the shadows will be very low. The grille again, shadows in there. It helped define some of these circles there, make that a bit easier to see. So I'm happy with those sketches there with just a little bit of shadow. So think about the perspective, see the box around the car, where these wheels come, those angles on all of the cars are really important. And also with the wheels, I mean my wheels aren't very perfect, they're very wobbly, but it's just that idea that you have to angle that oval in relation to the axle. Just a couple of things to have in mind when you're sketching cars. Especially in this loose way when you're not working out all the engineering of it. It's very complex. But also this is a great exercise to do. If you want to sketch along with me without all the cuts and in real time, I've got that on Patreon, so that'll be the full version, plus all the references in high res. And you can download that template and print it off if you need some help. If you're a beginner, you can sketch these cars within those boxes and on those circles. I've also got a more in-depth tutorial on how to draw a VW van right here, so you can check that out right now. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.